everyone. Today I'll be reviewing this brand new, this romantic comedy. This movie just dropped on Netflix called Old Mountain Thyme. When I say like it's a new movie, it's not really new. I guess it did came out in 2020. But this movie, when it came out, it was flop. So I bet many people actually didn't see this movie. But now that it dropped on Netflix, many people will be checking this out. And this movie takes place in Ireland. Yeah, anytime any movie takes place there, this movie gonna look beautiful. I did like this movie's location, and this movie, it is starring Emily Blunt, Jaime Dornan, and this movie, it is directed by Shanley John Patrick. So when this movie's first trailer came out, and everybody, especially Irish people, I think they didn't like the trailer at all. They all were saying the accent for this movie sound really bad to them. For me, I think this movie's accent is really bad. When you watch it, you can see it. But that's not the problem for this movie. It's not their accent. It's what they're saying, their dialogue in this movie. Like when you put subtitle on, you see all the dialogue. They don't make any sense what they're saying to each other. I'm like, whoa, what are they saying? Although this movie story itself, it could have been really a good movie, because at the end of the day, this movie story, it is very interesting. It's an old love story about, this neighbor next door you have a crush on, and you cannot go ahead and tell them. And in this movie's case, these two farming houses, they're next door to each other. Emily Blunt, played by Rosemary in this movie, she has this crush on Jaime Dornan character when he was a little boy. And in this movie, like, they also have a farmhouse, and his father is played by Christopher Walken. What was he saying didn't make any sense to me at all in this movie. The only time it made sense, when end of this movie, he was like finally giving this farm to his son. Again, this farming story could be really interesting if it was very well written or anything. But unfortunately, this movie story, the conflict, the center character, he's too shy, cannot tell her to, like, he wants to marry her. It does get very drawn out very quickly. You are like, whoa, is it really? Jaime Dornan, his character was like, what was it even about? Like, he was talking in his boat to someone. Emily Blunt, who is so good actress in this movie, her character, her acting was really, I didn't like it at all. Jaime Dornan, of course, you don't like it. None of this acting is good in this movie. Again, this movie story could have been really good. It's about small countryside, two farming houses. Could have been interesting, and like one of the scene you see, like Emily Blunt's family actually own Anthony, like Jaime Dornan, so they are a pathway road is owned by Emily Blunt's family, and so they have difficulty passing that road. Yeah, it had really a lot of potential, but unfortunately, this movie, the way it was made, I don't know, is it supposed to be parody or something? Now that it's on Netflix, I bet many people will be seeing this and they'll be like, whoa, what? Although you do try to like this movie, because as I was saying, it is in old countryside village you are watching. You do try your best to like this movie, and unfortunately this movie will not make sense. End of it, you will be like, whoa, like, it's one of this movie you try your best to like it, but it's really irritating that you cannot like it, unfortunately. And I feel really sad saying this, because when I saw this movie was dropping on Netflix, I was like, oh, finally I can see this movie to see how awful or how good it is. Unfortunately, this movie is other way around. And in this movie, they added Jon Hamm's character. His character didn't need it in this movie at all. Like, there was no reason for him to be in this movie, although he tried his best to be charming, because he's Jon Hamm, he's always charming. But his character didn't work for me, unfortunately. Why he was there to buy this farm? He works in New York City. Like, his dad was trying to buy this farm. This kind of farming story did have a lot of potential again, but unfortunately didn't work. And that was my thought on this movie. Let me know in the comment, what do you think about this movie? If you enjoyed this review, don't share my other review on other Netflix movie. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe. Until I see you next time, please take care.